Hi, Mr. Vijay Sathya. So I'm Sharda and I'm from ETimes. So this interview is for Times of India. So welcome
Hi,
to
Sharda. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let me start with my first question. So you started acting 7 years back and you entered the film industry then. So could you tell me about what about these 7 years gap and how much you missed the industry and how much the industry has changed from then and now?
See, I actually did a movie with my last movie was a movie called Nellu. It was with a production house that produced a movie called Mirugam that launched Adi with Sami as the director. So that movie was a huge success, and the subsequent movie was done by me. And being a good production house, I had some high dreams, and I thought I'll also be, very successful, like how Adi's gotten a launch and all that. So, what expectations I really had from the result of the movie was not, was not met at all. When the time comes, I guess things fall into place. I'm not talking about the result. I'm just talking about the journey for a person when it comes to any passion that he's trying to pursue in his life.
News first broke out last year in 2021 March that you would be acting with Venkatesh sir for the movie titled Rajini. So starting from there till today, which is almost a year, and tomorrow is the audio launch. So from say the day one of your shooting till now, have you ever felt that, this is the movie that is going to give me my break?
See, honestly speaking, every movie I approach it in the same frame of mind. Okay. It's just that this movie has been formulated in a way that will sort of project me more than what the other movies that I've done. So I am hoping every movie I hope the same. And, then again, if Lady Luck shines and the people like me on screen for what I have done, and they like the content of the movie and they flow with it, and they feel that the 1 hour 40-50 minutes that they have spent in the theater is worth the money that they've spent by the ticket, then definitely there will be some light that will be shining on me.
This movie is kind of commercial because from the name itself we can understand that Rajini means when you started acting in Rajini as an ardent fan of the sir, you will have to interpret a few styles of his while acting as well, because as a fan that you would be showcasing a few probably mentioning Rajini sir's dialogues or punchlines of his, or maybe if you could tell me how was your shift and how did you adapt yourself into the role of Rajini in the movie?
See, it's very simple. What I did previously didn't work out, so I completely stashed it out of my mind. I just surrendered to the director. I just did what he told me to do. Even though I am a Rajini fan in the movie, I don't sort of imitate Rajini too much. I'm just a normal guy who's an ardent Rajini fan. Okay, I mentioned a couple of dialogues, I think, in a place or two, but it's in my own style, because nobody can be Rajini. Nobody, I'm sure a lot of people do mimicry and they become big stars today. There's nothing new, it. But I'm not one of them, and I just did what Venkatesh sir told me to do. So I think that's best than me trying to imitate Rajini sir. And
the movie is titled Rajini. So was the permission, seeked from the superstar himself, or how did you come up with the name? Like after you come up with the name, how did you decide that this is what you want to name it?
See, I did not decide anything when it came to the title, but of course, my producer and the director, they sat with each other and they came up with this title. And of course, they have taken the first register the title, and they've gotten the copyrights and the ownership through the council. And from what I hear from social media, because I'm not, I don't discuss these things with them. I basically listen to what they say, and I'm not a part of that. I'm not as big as them also. So from what I hear from social media around me is that Rajini sir did contact my producer, Mr. Painivel, through his daughter, Soundarya, and I think they have spoken, and they are on they are on very amicable terms, and there's a lot of blessing from that side. And this is what I've heard. I actually saw a YouTube video also. A lot of people were discussing this over there.
This movie, which is like about the person who is a fan of Rajini, and then overnight changing into a common man who's changing into, taking things that are serious. How do you describe Rajini, the movie?
The overnight superstar, not only Rajini sir can do, in a song. Probably one small bit song also. No, the storyline is a little different. It just emphasizes that nobody can be underestimated. A middle class person. These people are no match for the really big people who actually are supported by the system and things like that. And when that kind of a person, a common man, a common middle class person, is pushed to a limit, then and he's got nowhere to go. He's like in a corner. Then the Rajini in him is going to come out, and he's going to defend himself and the family. Any man will do anything to defend his family, so nobody can be underestimated. I think that is the tagline of the story, and that is how it proceeds.
Next question is that have you met Rajini sir?
I would love to. I'm waiting for a chance. I hope my song goes a little trending. Sid Sriram has sung a song, and Amrish has done the music, and it's an amazing song. So once, if that song, God willing, if it becomes a hit and it goes around, people like listening to it and things like that, then definitely on the pretext of that, I would love to meet Rajini sir. I've been a fan of him right from Mannan. I was a small kid. I used to enjoy his movies and things like. He's such a big icon, and very few people are gifted like Rajini sir, Sachin Tendulkar, and all that. It's a one in a million life. Nobody can get it. Nobody can replace. Also, another Rajini sir is not going to come along and become a superstar and all that.
So as you've already mentioned that you've not interpreted Rajini sir throughout in the movie, or not much as well. But as with your name being Rajini in the lead role, anybody who has not yet watched the movie but seeing the title and knowing that the story is about a fan would have a perception or assumption that the movie is going to involve a little bit of what Rajini sir has done or what Rajini sir spoken about. So how do you think that this is going to lay on the audience as such that how can they receive the movie in such a way?
There is a lot of Rajini fan factor in the movie.
Okay.
Apart from me interpreting. I don't want to disclose it, but then it's his fans that play a major role when the guy is, because he's a helpless guy. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know whom to call. He doesn't know any big lawyers. Doesn't know any big police people. No minister. He doesn't know where to turn. There's only one place he knows. He's a Rajini fan, and he's a Rasigar Mandram Talavar is the only person he knows. And then so I'm just I've told you everything without telling you. I hope it stays like that. I don't want to spoil it. Yeah. So that factor is there, definitely, because obviously, we've kept the name, and yeah.
Right. All the best for your movie.
Thank you so much, Sharda. Thank you so much for your time. You have a good day. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.